And a big, big, big congrats on Outer Banks season 2. The twist, the romance, the treasure, they're all back and we're all very, very happy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You guys are so welcome. Let's begin with you, Miss Madison, but this question goes for all of you. Give us a quick tease of what we can expect from your characters this season. Kiara.
Something you can expect from Kiara this season is, we pick it up with us thinking that our best friends are dead. So you kind of get to see from each of our characters a different way that we're dealing with grief. And I think, Kiara feels a little bit of anger between her parents and between the situation at hand. And so that is something to expect this season.
What about you, Mr. Jonathan? What about Pope?
Yeah. Pope's on Pope again, the same thing, best friends are dead. And so, the Popes are on this kind of personal mission to make sure, he gets back, safe and sound if they're alive, or, like, what do they do with their grief, and what do they do with, like, being like back here and having all these eyes on us after, like, I'm sure the whole island knows about everything that happened, the story that they've been told. And I think, he also has to deal with some more personal things that, come pop up in his family life. So, I think, and not to mention that relationship with Kiara and how it was left in the first season, and, wondering what that is and how that friendship is going to work now. And, his friendship with JJ, and all three of them are just kind of in this really weird headspace this season. And it's going to be just fun to see them kind of go through it.
Oh, and Mr. Rudy, JJ, where is this character heading for season 2?
For season 2, all of our characters kind of have to deal with this grief and kind of find our own way through that. And in season 2, this is going to come out before or after. I think this comes out before, right?
Before,
Manny?
yes, that's why.
Before. Before.
I would say that JJ's character for season 2 his kind of responsibility gets tested, of where it's just like, how far are we going to go? Are we going to go with to the ends of the earth to get this gold, or are we going to make sure that everyone's safe? Safety is there first. That's where I say take it. But I think JJ's still the same kind of like, no, we got to get our friends, and once we're together, then we can start going after that goal. And that's how I feel about that.
You know what, Miss Madison, last year, you provided escapism, during the quarantine. Describe the appeal of Outer Banks. Why do viewers love it?
I think viewers love our show because it has a little bit of something to offer for everybody, depending like genre, character, like vibe, emotion. Like we have the Pogues and the Cougs, whatever side. I've never watched the show and thought people probably relate to the Cougs, but maybe they do. But it's a little bit of everything for everyone.
And speaking of the pandemic, Mr. Jonathan, you guys shot this during the pandemic, right? Last year.
Mm-hmm.
How was it? What are some of the challenges?
Yeah, I mean, it was probably one of the most challenging things a movie or a TV show has ever had to do, which is come back and film a show like this with rules that didn't exist, a couple of months before, and I think the team, and I think that everybody took it head on the chin. We knew what we had to do. We knew, it was going to be hard, and we knew that there were going to be some problems, and as it went way smoother, just because we were all so close as a family, and we were all so close as like from crew to cast, we all made the sacrifices that we had to make, and we all made sure that that COVID wouldn't define the quality of the season, that the quality of the season would be defined by us and how well we wanted to make it. And if there were some things that we couldn't do, or some things that like were going to be made hard because of the COVID, that because of the rules, and making sure everybody stayed safe, that was number one priority every time. Then we did what we had to do within the rules and made it work. And I think we came out with a good season despite all that.
Oh, very, very well said. A big, big, big congrats on Outer Banks season 2. Again, it's as thrilling and exciting as the first one.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Good luck on everything.